Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. We all know it's time for Papa's comic books and coffee. Alright, let's see who decided to visit us today. It's Batman, Batman number 280, 30 cents from back in 1976. This was written by David Reed and Ernie Chua. Title of this story is The Only Crime in Town. Now don't forget, this book and others are available on my eBay page, Papa's-Comic-Books. Hit that like button if you don't mind, give me a sub, and leave me a comment, tell me what you thought, okay? If there's a book you want to hear and it's in my library, I'll be sure to get it on for you. Alright, The Mind-Boggling Mystery, The Only Crime in Town. 1 o'clock. Time for crime to stop dead in Gotham City. The only crime in town. At 12:55 a.m., the setup, the main office of Royal Publishing. All the elements are in place for a classic confrontation between crime in Gotham City and its implacable foe, the Batman. Hurry, Torch. We got only 5 minutes left. Remember what happened to Augie for pulling the Larrabee job after hours? It's taken longer than I thought. Wrong. You shouldn't have started at all. The Batman! And he fights him, and beats him, and punches him. Pow, pow, sock, kapow. Whoa. Hold it, Mike. 1 o'clock. We're out of time. Right. Even if we win, we lose. We give up, Batman. There's another rod in my leg holster. It's all yours. Huh. If this is a trick, it's the best I've seen in a long time. What's this all about? Nothing, Batman. Nothing. And moments later, the unresisting prisoners march out without so much as a murmur. Send a wagon, Commissioner. I'm making a delivery. Time 1:35 a.m. The Batman's account of the baffling episode intrigues a routine press briefing at police headquarters. And exactly 1 o'clock, they simply surrendered, even gave up a gun. I hadn't got to it yet. From what I'd overheard, especially about ominous remark about Augie's fate, they were fearful of continuing past that hour. Extraordinary. Let's check this out. Within moments, a quick analysis of the department's citywide law reveals some remarkable statistics. Look at this. For a week, including tonight, there hasn't been a major crime committed between 1 and 2 a.m. Sure, some mugging, stick-ups, crimes of passion, but nothing big, nothing organized, with one exception, the Larrabee job. 4 nights ago, where the alarm went off at 1:24, and from what you heard, was pulled by Augie, who was killed the next day, shot to death, mobster style, as if a crime curfew had been ordered between 1 and 2 a.m. When Augie violated it, he was executed. Who could issue such an order to be able to enforce it, and why? Gentlemen, you'll be among the first to know when I find out. Adios. Next morning, the penthouse home of Bruce Wayne, millionaire socialite, playboy philanthropist, and public counterpart of the Batman. Seen the papers, Alfred? Mysterious crime curfew in Gotham. Police acknowledge the existence of a mysterious truce in crime, a quiet hour between 1 and 2 a.m. Yes, Master Bruce, quite a splash. There are 3 or 4 bosses in this town with muscle enough to impose such a curfew and make it stick, but the one behind it may well have left a calling card in Augie's corpse. Early that night, the police department's ballistics bureau. We got 4 slugs, Batman. 1 in fair shape, 25 caliber, left twist, rifling very unusual. A Spanish Derringer, Max Flack's favorite, and Maxie works for Big Jake Hackett. Hours pass from his vantage point. The Batman's patient surveillance continues, focused on the comings and goings below at the Lotus Land Club, operational center for the Big Jake Hackett Club. So far, nothing, but the critical time, if any, is still ahead. Time 12:50 in the morning. A truck taking off from the club's parking lot just before curfew. He swings around, gets on top. Heading uptown with an empty truck, planning to come back loaded? 15 minutes later at the Upper West Side Warehouse District. Stopping. We're here. For what? Going in through the transom. 10 seconds later. Suits me too. The Batman. Wait, for what? Pow! Shoot him down. We've got him dead to... Crash. Crunk. Now you're launched. You're crazy, Batman. Flipped out, breaking in on us in our own place? What are you talking about? We work for Big Jake, and he owns the Stewart Company. This is his warehouse. Then why'd you come in through the transom with guns drawn? We came to pick up wine for the club. Found the transom open. It looked like somebody might have been in here. Speeding back downtown as the Batman contacts police headquarters, his fears are quickly confirmed. How long ago, Commissioner? 10 minutes. Where are you now? On my way. Shortly afterwards, Suite 1605, the Gotham Plaza Hotel. That's Amos Goodwin, a coin dealer in town for numismatic convention. He had some parcels worth $35,000. About 1:15, 2 masked torpedoes got in here, apparently with pass keys, pistol whipped him, and took it all. Mr. Goodwin, why didn't you put your valuables in a hotel safe? Because that's where they'd expect them to be. But they knew somehow. Aquaman likes Twinkies. So do I. That's the list of what they got away with, Batman. Mr. Goodwin, are you insured for these losses? Less than half. Nobody ever takes full coverage. It's too expensive. And right in the middle of the so-called curfew hour, wait till the papers get a hold of this. Want me to tell the commissioner anything? Yep. Tell Gordon to get ready for some static from Big Jake. Morning brings the predictable reaction from the media. The only crime in town, and it's beautiful. The only crime in town, and the police failed conspicuously. While the Batman in a case being investigated by the DEA was allegedly out beating up hoodlums for exercise. Terrible, Master Bruce. What an uproar. And hardly that Big A heist. But it's that curfew hour. It's put a spotlight on it. A spotlight? Well, let's see what I can dig up tonight. That evening, as the hours go by, the Batman tunes into the grapevine, seeking out the best tipsters, chirpers, and stoolies, all to no avail. Then, as midnight approaches, a sudden break. Andy Novak, one of BJ's crew, flagging me down. Batman, you gotta believe me. BJ just sent me to give you a bum riff on a loft job. He's worried you're hip to what's going down. Like what? Last week a guy came to BJ with a deal. He wanted BJ to lay down the 1 o'clock curfew until it got heavy publicity. In return, he'd fingered 2 sweet guaranteed capers, but they had to be pulled during the curfew. Last night was the first. The second goes tonight, after which the curfew ends. The real caper is at the Coliseum, that coin convention, the Daniel Fletcher Company. What made you decide to double-cross BJ? Nobody, but nobody gets me to monkey like that. With you, Batman, I'm more afraid of you than them. Fact is, I'm blowing town tonight. I believe you, Andy. Stay cool. 12:30. All quiet, Batman. Nobody can beat our security system, but you're welcome to look around. Thanks, Captain. I'll take the elevator up myself. 118, inside the rented showroom of the Daniel Fletcher Company. Everything grooving just as promised. The alarm door, the keister should be tapioca. Especially since we got the combo. 120. Here's the boodle, must weigh a ton. Set the nitro for 130. We take the stairs down. When the pop goes and the Hawks concentrate here, we hit the lobby and use the grenades. And our getaway car comes by at 1:31. Sounds like they got it all figured out. Too bad you won't be in it. Whoa, him again! Psst. I appreciate the silence, fellas. Sock. This way we can keep the party private. I got a can full of soup, Batman. One move and the whole joint blows. You wouldn't do that. You've got too much to live for. Like 10 years in the cage. 126. Nitro still set and ticking away. Just long enough to 130. Kaboom! 135. Captain, I got here right after the blast and there was no one in sight. They'd probably hidden in the building before it closed and they must still be here. No, Batman, we've covered everything. I can't figure it out. That was some bomb. And is this the complete list of what was taken, Mr. Fletcher? Were you insured for it? Insured? Not for this, not here. I was assured this was the safest place in town. 224. Got a statement, Batman? Nope. You've got the whole story there. There's nothing to add. Now, everyone out. I want to be left alone here with Commissioner Gordon. 225. Here are the crooks, Commissioner. All three of them boxed from the safe. Well, what? I'll explain at headquarters. Right now, our problem is complete secrecy in getting these goons out of here and into the pokey. Later, in the Commissioner's office, the Batman finishes briefing him on all that has gone down before. And since both these curfew robbers have been so powerfully directed towards getting publicity, I let it continue as if the second robbery had also succeeded. Now, to find out why this publicity is so important, here's something else very strange. I've compared Fletcher's list of his losses to what's actually in the box, and it corresponds exactly, except for one detail. The list includes 8 gold coins from the Leopold Saxony collection, coins which were also on Goodwin's list. But there are no such coins here. Strange indeed. And theories? Yes. But now I need facts, and tomorrow I'll get them. Next day, Bruce Wayne consults a noted authority on numismatics, Professor Nola Roberts. Yes, I noticed that both robberies included parts of the Leopold Saxony collection, a fascinating coincidence considering its history. Please go on. The Archduke Leopold of Saxony minted only 25 of these coins as a birthday gift for his wife in 1684. Eventually, the collection became scattered, and today, any of the coins are extremely valuable. But if the collection were complete, their value would multiply many times, perhaps $1 million in all. And now it appears that 14 of the coins have been gathered by these two robbery victims, Goodwin and Fletcher. Would you happen to know where the other 11 coins are? Yes, as a matter of fact, a Mr. George Whitefleet, right here in Gotham, has all 11. Thank you very much, Professor. You've been more than helpful. In what way? You've given me profound new interest in numismatics. That night, as midnight approaches, the Batman is in the third hour of a lonely vigil. An Atlas armored truck. Is this it? The truck stops. The Atlas men get out, start toward the front door of the house when, keep your hands up and walk into those bushes. Stay out of these Atlas men. These phonies are all mine. Justice for all includes Children 7. What happened? What happened here? That's Superman. We don't care about Superman. Be Batmania. The Batman, what? Be with you in a moment, Mr. Whitefleet. Riley, yep, me again. Get ready for another delivery in an armored truck. Later, at police headquarters, where Commissioner Gordon utters the only words he will speak for the next few minutes. Great gold almighty, Goodwin and Fletcher. Yes, sir, they were working together. Between them, they had gathered 14 of the Saxony coins. Their lawyer offered to buy the remaining 11 from Whitefleet, but he suspected what was afoot and demanded a proportionate share of the full collection's value. It would have paid to do it, but instead they resolved to steal the coins, and the numismatic convention provided the chance. Goodwin, in disguise, made the deal, but Big Jake, the 1-hour crime curfew in exchange for 2 sure victims. They themselves were the victims. They helped B.J. Hoods rob them, and the curfew assured maximum publicity. B.J. was paid off by the robberies, everything listed except the Saxony coins, which of course Goodwin and Fletcher still had. The papers listed those Saxony coins both times to an alarmed Whitefleet. A master criminal was invincibly assembling the collection. According to the papers, he already had 14 coins, obviously with Whitefleet would be the next victim. Whitefleet's coins were at home, absolutely secure in a secret cellar vault. Nevertheless, the news account shook him so badly he decided to ship his coins elsewhere. Thus, when Atlas arrived, Goodwin and Fletcher were there ready to take over. But so was I. And now, Commissioner, you can call in the news vultures and straighten them out. But Bruce, I brought all these lovely coin catalogs you said you wanted to see. Later, Nola. Much later. Okay, that was Batman number 280 from 1976. Hope it was a good one. A little bit of a long read. Now don't forget, this book and others are available on my eBay page, Papa's-Comic-Books. Hit that subscribe button if you don't mind. Give me a like and leave in the comments what you thought about this book. And tell me what you want to hear next. If it's in my library, I'll be sure to get it on. And as I always say,
that was easy.
Until next time, Papa is out.